Halo Infinite is clearly going for that classic Halo feel. From campaign to multiplayer, the mechanics mesh the best aspects of every Halo game into a great gameplay experience.
Ordnance dropping from orbit.
In multiplayer, we have some pretty cool arena maps, but we could add to the greatness a little more, don't you think, with some epic installments from previous games. Today we're going to dive through some of the best Halo maps 343 should bring back in Halo Infinite. Halo over the years has had tons of multiplayer maps. It's over the hundreds by now. In this video, we're going to list some of my and the community's favorite maps we'd like to see return in Halo Infinite. Many maps, of course, are going to be left out because there's way too many, but leave your favorite in the comments below. For Halo CE, let's start with Blood Gulch. Blood Gulch is one of the most recognized Halo maps of all time, and it makes complete sense for this one to return. Some of Infinite's current big team battle maps are beautiful and can be fun at times, but lanes sometimes seem very small and it's like you're navigating your Warthog through a maze. With Blood Gulch and other versions like Hemorrhage from Halo Reach, you have these big open play spaces to traverse in big clunky vehicles, or you can sneak around on foot to capture the flag for yourself. Would be a really nice and welcome change to the big team battle scene to have some more open maps like Blood Gulch. Boarding action. Not every Halo map is designed to work with all modes. Boarding action from CE feels like a great map for specific modes and also fun custom games. Imagine Fiesta on this map with all the different Infinite abilities, or a mode where you get infinite grappling hooks and rocket launchers. Boarding action is essentially two human ships in space that are parallel with each other. So what you have are these Spartans looking at each other across the lanes, and you can even jump between some of these rooms for some interesting combat mechanics. If this map was brought back, it would add tons of verticality and awesome encounters for Infinite's sandbox. Halo 2's Zanzibar. When you think about asymmetrical maps, Zanzibar is near the top of that list for me. Also known as Last Resort in Halo 3, Zanzibar features a giant spinning wind turbine, a beach with old ruins, and an interior hangar/base. You of course have power weapons and ability spawns, and even more cool spots you can get into for that perfect sniping angle. We currently have one flag in Halo Infinite, and this would work perfectly on this map as it has in previous games. Many times you got the defending team camping out with snipers on ridges and things like that, while the offensive team could take a Warthog straight in there or flank around the map for some different vantage points. Just take a second to think about grappling this giant turbine as it's spinning and pulling off a sick no-scope. Sounds like a great time to me. Lockout. Sometimes you want big open environments like Blood Gulch, and other times you want a small compact map with lanes stacking on top of each other. Lockout and its remakes are constructed for a great arena experience. If you're in a sweaty match on this map, teams usually hold these two spots, but that doesn't mean you can't sneak underground and get to the other base with ease picking up a shotgun. The level design in this map is quite unique with lifts around the area as well, and the environment teams at Bungie really nailed the lore with this world on top of that. Headlong. This map set in New Mombasa was remastered back in Halo Reach, and it was great for modes like Capture the Flag and also Infection. Multiple buildings here could be scaled, vehicles could blaze through, and an outer rim made it easy to traverse in the shadows. Also, the fact that this area was under construction made it feel grounded in the universe and the city of New Mombasa. There was construction beams to walk on, signs of construction around the area, and it really sold the idea behind its creation. Some other notable Halo 2 maps include Ascension, a giant Forerunner artifact, Relic, Terminal, and Midship. Now, Midship has been remade tons of times, so not sure if people are sick of it at this point, but Halo 2 had some great maps and we'd like to see those back in the future. Moving on to Halo 3, we first have High Ground. Infinite currently has some asymmetrical maps like Launch Site. I've seen around on Twitter and Reddit that some people aren't a fan of this map compared to the other ones, but if you do like asymmetrical maps and modes like One Flag, High Ground from Halo 3 would be an epic map to remaster. High Ground features a giant gate in the middle of the map which can be controlled. Next to that gate, which many players try to funnel through and teams specifically try to control that area, you have external routes like pipes you can crouch through and also the bunker on the left side. So while you have those Spartans in perfect defense positions with snipers and rocket launchers up top in that nest, you can go grab camo, sneak right past them through the pipes, and get to that flag. High Ground was one of Halo 3's best maps in my opinion, and definitely should return in the latest installment. Guardian. Not sure about you, but I've been waiting for a Guardian remake for a very long time. The scenery of this map was just so beautiful. The giant jungle-looking trees, the fog. This was actually supposed to be a part of the campaign for Halo 3, but was cut sometime in development. A fun little fact. Guardian is another one of those maps that can get super sweaty, holding positions in Slayer to get that sniper and overshield, or chucking grenades across the corridor to take control of that hill. Like some players are figuring out in Halo Infinite, there's also jumps which took some skill to achieve. The map really isn't just one-dimensional, there's many things you can master in this area, like jumps to different platforms and rooms, and you can really gain the advantage over some new players if you know what you're doing. The Pit. The Pit was another Halo 3 classic. Remastered in Halo 4 as Pitfall, the Pit is a symmetrical map with what feels like the perfect weapon placements. Camo spawned in the middle next to rockets, you had snipers near those nests, and a sword in a dark control room. The Pit was great for many different modes like Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, and even Ricochet, which 343 released in Halo 4, I think 2 Anniversary and also 5, but it isn't in Infinite yet. Narrows. Some of the new abilities could make maps feel worse or better based on their layout, and Narrows can definitely fall into this category. Narrows was a Forerunner environment that featured a long walkway in the middle with a path underneath. That wasn't the only way to get around though. If you're looking to get to the other spawn quickly, you also have these man cannons on the side of the map for quick traversal. Think about the grapple opportunities with those cannons. This giant middle path was also at a bit of an angle though, so as you walk from spawn to spawn, you slowly start to see the enemies peek their heads over the top and reveal themselves. This forced some of those gunfights to happen, and if you didn't like to get into the action, you could still sit back and snipe from the back of the room. Other Halo 3 maps include Valhalla, which we kind of have with Forerunner bases, Cold Storage, Sand Trap, and Ghost Town. Now let's move on to some of the later Halo games. It seems like Infinite is going for more of a classic Halo vibe, but let's throw in some of these later games for the fun of it. For Halo Reach, I'd like to see Sword Base, Reflection, and Countdown. Reflection itself was a Halo 2 remake, but these maps also feature a variety of options for verticality and possibilities with Infinite's current sandbox, repulsing someone off of Countdown, setting up a defensive blockade in Sword Base's vents. Now maybe the reason we want this map is just because we want to relive some of those classic memories. I guess if they don't come back to Infinite, we can always just hop back on MCC. For Halo 4, I couldn't really think of too many maps that everyone fell in love with, but one big one for me had to be Haven, which was also remade in Halo 5. Same type of thing going on here with Halo 5 Guardians, maybe Coliseum or Plaza. This is based off of my opinion, so if you've played tons of Halo 5 and that's your favorite game, comment the best map that should return from 5 Guardians. There you have it, Spartans, some maps I would like to see be brought back for Halo Infinite's multiplayer. A cool thing to think about beyond just the map design and what the environment looks like is how the maps would work in Infinite's new sandbox. This could be the make or break point of why some of the maps won't return, and if they do, maybe there's some changes to them, but thinking about all the possibilities is quite fun. Anyway, if you'd like to see some more Halo lore and mysteries just like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name's Evade, and I'll catch you all in the next video.